Yeah, check talks. TV1.
They did do some
Been
in-depth
coming in hot all
roadside tests,
2026.
and when it was determined, he was placed under arrest and taken to the Martin County Jail. At the Martin County Jail, and even on scene, we really weren't suspicious of alcohol being involved in this case, and that proved to be true at the jail. So Mr. Woods did a breathalyzer test, blew triple zeros, but when it came time for us to ask for a urinalysis test, he refused, and so he's been charged with DUI, with property damage, and refusal to submit to a lawful test.
Tiger Woods is in big trouble. He has been arrested yet again for DUI. This happened in Jupiter, Florida, Friday at about 2 o'clock Eastern time. There was a pickup truck that was pulling into a driveway on a 2-lane road, and the pickup truck driver looked in his rear view and saw this Range Rover roaring down the street, going really, really fast. Tiger Woods was behind the wheel of that Range Rover. The pickup truck driver tried pulling into the driveway, but the Range Rover was going so fast it clipped the pickup, and the Range Rover flipped over on its side, on the driver's side. Tiger actually got out the passenger side window, and law enforcement showed up quickly. They weren't far away, and it was apparent to cops that Tiger was impaired. He was showing obvious signs, according to the sheriff. So they did some field sobriety tests. At the time, Tiger said, look, I've had numerous surgeries and I have medical problems from it. And that actually goes back to another incident in 2021 where Tiger also flipped his car and he almost lost his leg. But the sheriff says we took his medical issues into account, but he flunked the field sobriety test. So they arrested him. They took him to jail, and they determined he was not under the influence of alcohol. He had a 0.00 when it came to blood alcohol. So the sheriff believes this is medication. And they asked him to take a urine test, and he refused. So refusing is in itself a crime. So they have charged him both with DUI and with failure to take a urine test. By failing to take the urine test, he'll have his license suspended, probably for a year. But more seriously is he could get jail time. And what is relevant here is that in 2017, Tiger got another DUI, a previous one, in the same area. And in that case, the authorities say he was under the influence of medication. So he has a previous DUI. And the judge in this case could take that into account in sentencing. It's not a mandatory sentence, but the judge could take it into account. And Tiger could actually get jail time as a result of this. And I referred back to that other incident in 2021 in Southern California where he flipped his vehicle. In that case, the cops were criticized for not doing any kind of a field sobriety test. So Tiger was never charged in that case. But he is in trouble in this case. This is the second DUI, and it appears, at least according to law enforcement, both the result of taking medication and driving at a very high rate of speed. Now, the Masters is in 2 weeks, so given that this just happened, he wasn't injured, nor was the pickup driver, but it would seem unlikely that he would compete in the Masters given the backdrop of all of this. So again, Tiger Woods in jail at the time we're doing this. He has to spend at least 8 hours in jail before they're able to bail him out. But Tiger is in trouble.
All right, so you are widely known as the greatest golfer of all time. I'd say that's a fair assessment, yeah. You are worth $1.5 billion. Probably closer to 1.6, but yeah. So because of this and all the injuries that you've had, I think you should get a driver. Yeah, I already have one. It's a tailor-made. No, like somebody to drive you around. Why would I possibly agree to that? Because you have a long history of DUIs and car crashes? No. All you have to do to restore your public image is to stop getting behind the wheel of a car. No. All right, say you get to a roundabout, but the guy to the left of you is there before you. Who has the right of way? The guy with more Masters championships. No, man!
Tiger Woods just got in a car crash, and when the cops showed up, they were like, yo, this dude is clearly impaired. He took his ass down to the Martin County Jail, and when they got there, he took a breathalyzer, and he blew straight zeros. Which means that whatever he was off, it wasn't alcohol. But when they asked him to take a urinalysis, he refused to do so. So they ended up arresting him for DUI because their suspicion is that the dude was on drugs. If it was me and I was innocent and I was facing a charge where I knew that I was gonna lose my license, be on probation, get publicly humiliated, but there was a simple test that I could take to get off on all of that, like all you gotta do is piss in a cup, I would be peeing in that cup. But what do y'all think? Let me know down in the comments.
I was from the sanctified church. I would say that Tiger Woods has a fast driving spirit on him, or at the very least, an rollover accident demon on his back. Tiger had an accident down there close to West Palm Beach, Florida today, where, something happened behind the wheel of his car, and he ended up on his side. Now, from the looks of it, is that a Porsche or is it a Range Rover, a truck? I can't really tell. It may be a Range Rover. I'm not really sure. I almost bought a Range Rover, but they be having too many problems, so I decided not to. Oh, is that a Porsche? I'm going to have to check that out. But anyway, Tiger lived. We know that Tiger is dating or engaged or with the man with the dead hands, ex-daughter-in-law. I believe that's how it goes. He's a MAGA Republican as well. Y'all know Tiger is prone to accidents. Or as the sanctified people say, the devil been trying to get him for a long time. Lord, it ain't funny. Y'all remember this urban legend is that Tiger's ex-wife, Elin, put that golf club on his ass and tore him a new one, and he ended up wrecking. I don't know. We know Elin ran off with the plug and the money and went on and married another rich man. Anyway, in a few years after that, Tiger was arrested for being under the influence. Maybe Elin whooped him so bad he got hooked on pills. You just never know. Rich folks' problems. Then a few years after that, Tiger was involved in another accident where he rolled down the ravine or rolled down the hill. And he rolled. Whew. There's no word on how I think Tiger's doing okay. There's no word yet on what happened. But one thing I will say is that Tiger probably don't need to drive no more. He may need an Uber for the rest of his days. That man with the dead hand curse is real, okay?
Tonight, Tiger Woods is behind bars in Florida, charged with driving under the influence.
Mr. Woods did exemplify signs of impairment.
Just before 2 p.m., the Martin County Sheriff's Office says the golfing legend was driving alone at a high speed on a 30-mile-per-hour suburban road in Jupiter Island. The 50-year-old was trying to pass a pressure cleaner truck.
This is a small 2-lane road, and there was no shoulder for this pressure cleaner gentleman to get off the side of the road. As he was trying to move to the side of the road, the Land Rover overtook him at the last minute, swerved to avoid a collision, but clipped the back end of the trailer.
Authorities say Woods crawled out of the passenger door and that he and the other driver are not injured.
Mr. Woods did a breathalyzer test, blew triple zeros, but when it came time for us to ask for a urinalysis test, he refused, and so he's been charged with DUI, with property damage, and refusal to submit to a lawful test.
Woods was also charged with driving under the influence in 2017. He pled guilty to reckless driving. And in 2021, Woods was driving nearly 90 miles per hour in a residential area of Los Angeles County, according to the sheriff. He hit a tree and the vehicle went airborne. Woods was not charged following that crash, but he did suffer numerous fractures in his right leg, requiring emergency surgery.
I feel I'm lucky to be alive.
But barely a year after that crash, Woods remarkably returned to golf on its biggest stage. He played at the 2022 Masters and even put on a show for his fans in Augusta. Just last October, he underwent back surgery for the 7th time. And earlier this week, Woods returned to professional golf for the first time in almost 2 years.
This body doesn't recover like it was when I was 24, 25. doesn't mean I'm not trying. I've been trying for a while.
Woods is dating President Trump's former daughter-in-law, Vanessa Trump. Late today, the president weighing in.
I feel so badly. He's got some difficulty. There was an accident, and that's all I know. Very close friend of mine.
Jesse joins us now live outside the jail where Tiger Woods is being held. And Jesse, any idea when he could be released?
Tom, the sheriff says that the earliest that Woods could be released is 8 hours after his arrest. That means the soonest we'll see that golfing legend walking out of this jail is close to midnight. Meanwhile, we have reached out to Tiger Woods' team, but we have not heard back.
Babe, wake up. Tiger Woods rolled his car again. Tiger Woods apparently rolled his car again in another single car crash today. Can you believe it's been 5 years since he did this the first time? And can you also believe he's now done it twice? I mean, we all know the guy's got the putter. Now he needs a driver. Just a couple weeks before the Masters, too. We don't know Tiger's condition right now. Obviously, everyone's hoping that he's okay. We don't know if Tiger's competing in the Masters. His chances to win already couldn't get much lower. But what a story it would be if he is okay and he's able to do it one more time. I'm willing to take a chance on it if you are. I'll keep you updated right here on this page about Tiger Woods' condition, everything that led up to the crash as we find out, so drop a follow. But I think we can all agree, Tiger Woods either needs to have his license taken away or needs to find a driver right now.